Okay, you're a business owner, you have a family. If you were to die tomorrow, then what would happen to your business? Unless you have the right estate plan in place, then your business would end up in court and conflict, and we're going to talk about how good estate planning can stop all of this from happening right now. Hey guys, Elliott Feldman here, estate planning attorney at the Elliott Feldman Law Group, where we create estate plans that actually work when your loved ones need it most. If you ever have any questions about this topic or need to talk about your estate planning needs, you can schedule a time to talk with me over the phone for free by going to myestatemeeting.com. Okay, let's talk about how you can keep your business out of court and conflict after you die using good estate planning. So typically when you die owning assets in your personal name, then your loved ones have to go through a long, expensive probate court process for 9 to 18 months, paying fees up to tens of thousands of dollars just to get the legal ownership of the assets that you leave behind. And your ownership interest in your business, whether that business is organized as a limited liability company, LLC, or some type of corporation, is an asset that you own in your name too. And that means that your family would need to go through a probate court process to get ownership of your business and all the assets that your business owns. Why is this a problem? Well, let's say you're married and you're the 100% owner of Acme Rentals LLC, which owns 10 rental properties. So if you die without an estate plan in place, then your ownership of your interest of your LLC, it does not actually transfer to your spouse automatically. In fact, your spouse would have to wait for a probate court judge to nominate a representative of your estate, called your executor, to take ownership of your business during the 9 to 18-month probate court proceeding before they would transfer the ownership of your business to your spouse. Oh, and by the way, there's no guarantee that the judge will choose your spouse to be your representative executor during this time period. And worst of all, as part of this process, your business assets would need to be officially appraised during the probate court proceeding. And when a probate court process includes a business in general, the process could last years and cost up to tens of thousands of dollars in attorney's fees by the end of it. In fact, when my dad died owning his business still in his name, my mom had to go through 2 years and 9+ months of probate court and had to pay her probate attorney $55,000 by the end of it just to get ownership of my dad's business along with all of his other assets. And it wouldn't be until 5 years after the probate court ended where she was actually able to sell his business, but by that point, the business was not valued anywhere near what it once was, and my mom was left just breaking even after paying off probate court costs and all debts and liabilities. And that was a business that she helped my dad build brick by brick from the ground up and was left with nothing. And that's all because Dad's attorney just did not properly integrate his business into his estate plan to keep the business out of probate court and out of conflict after he died. And this just didn't happen to my mom. As the recent Netflix documentary shows, the family of the famous artist Bob Ross was left devastated after he died due to Bob's failure to coordinate his business agreements with his estate plan. But how can proper estate planning prevent your business from ending up in probate court and in conflict? Well, first off, how many owners of the business are there? Is it just you? Is it you and your spouse, 50-50? Is it you and a non-spouse partner? Also, what do your business formation documents say about what happens if the owners of the business die or become incapacitated? Who takes over? Do your business formation documents allow for you to transfer or assign your ownership interests into a revocable living trust as a part of your estate plan in order to immediately transfer your business ownership to your spouse as a trustee without having to go through a probate court process after you die? Have you specifically created the right language in your trust to allow your trustee to actually own and control a closely held business like yours? As an example, it's quite popular for an owner of an LLC to assign their membership interest into their trust so their trustee, rather than a court-appointed executor, will be able to immediately take over their business upon their death or incapacity. But you can't just slap any document together to allow you to do that. Otherwise, it won't work, and your family will still end up in court and in conflict just to get ownership of your business. So if anything I've said has you starting to question whether or not your business would end up in probate court or in conflict after you die or become incapacitated, then I would encourage you to go to myestatemeeting.com and schedule an initial 15-minute call with me for free at a time that works for you and your spouse to have an initial conversation about how we can keep your business and, more importantly, your family out of court and out of conflict if anything were to happen to you. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell next to it to be notified for new videos I post each week. And if you like it, then please hit the like button. And if you know someone that needs to hear this, please share it with them. If you have a question or comment, please leave it. And If you ever have any questions about this topic or need to talk about your estate planning needs, you can schedule a time to talk with me over the phone for free by going to myestatemeeting.com. That's myestatemeeting.com. Again, this is Elliott Feldman, estate planning attorney at the Elliott Feldman Law Group, where we create estate plans that actually work when your loved ones need it most. Take care.